Hello, my name is Denise Yezbak Moore, and today I am going to show you how to create these cute little ornaments. This one I call my Holiday Magic Icicle. Another design idea is this Holiday Magic little ornament. We have these little hooks at the end, so they will easily hang on your tree. Today we are doing a demonstration on this icicle only. A complete list of the jewelry making supplies and beads can be found on howcraftcollection.com. I will link a list in my show notes for you to be able to easily find these beads. The tools and supplies you will need to create this icicle are wire cutters, round nose pliers. The brand I use is Lindstrom. Chain nose pliers. You will need an assortment of beads. As I mentioned before, all of these beads can be found on howcraftcollection.com, and we will be using 22 gauge craft wire. We are going to start off by stringing our little check glass teardrop about 2 to 3 inches down, and then we are going to bend the wire so it forms a little triangle. Then we're going to come back in and make a slight bend on one side, make a slight bend on the other side. Now I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers, and I'm just squishing those ends together. I just strung onto both ends of the wire a corrugated metal bead and a little AB rondelle. And I want to wrap the short end of the wire around one time. Trim off this little short end with our wire cutters. And then we are going to gently tap that wire down so there are no sharp edges. Onto the center wire, I just strung a snowflake check glass bead, a 3mm spacer bead, this little rondelle, a 10mm faceted AB, a little spacer bead, the rondelle, and a faceted 10mm bead. Continuing to string our beads, I did a AB rondelle, a 12mm crackle bead, the rondelle, crackle, and this beautiful crystal large glass faceted drop. Let's create a wrapped loop using our round nose pliers right at the top. Bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, and bend the wire back. I don't want to damage the wire, so I'm going to wrap it with my hands. And we are going to wrap 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to remove it. And I want to straighten out my loop. And I want to tap that wire inward. Grabbing the long end of the wire, I'm bringing it down and I'm wrapping it around that bead, bringing it down, wrapping it around that bead, bringing it down, wrapping it around that bead to right about there. So that is what the back looks like. Let's come in and cut this little wire. And I want to tap that wire down, probably better with my fingernail, so I'm just going to do that. The reason why I wrapped the wire down is to give the ornament a little bit more strength. If you don't do that, it's a little bit flimsy. Now we are going to start making our wire wrapped hook. Cut an 8-inch length of 22 gauge wire. Move down about 3.5 inches, and we're going to make a partial wrapped loop. Bend the wire back, move the pliers up, bend the wire towards you, move the pliers to the side, bend the wire back, and I'm going to come in and open it. Grab my ornament, attach. Grabbing our round nose pliers, I'm going to hold that, and we are going to wrap with our fingers so we don't mar the wire. So I'm going to wrap it one time over, and then I want to kind of move it so it's straight. And we're going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now that the wire is getting a little bit shorter, I'm going to grab my chain nose pliers. And we got 12, 13, 14. Let's remove it. Trim off that little end. And we are going to tap that wire down, and I'm just going to straighten it a little bit. Using our round nose pliers on the other end, we're going to start to create our spiral. So we're going to go really slow till we get to a loop. Grabbing our round nose pliers, we're going to gently set it there and start bending the wire around. You can also use nylon jaw pliers to do this. If you're using your round nose pliers, you want to be very careful not to mar your wire. So we're just going around and around. And you can see the spiral is starting to form. I'm doing this slowly so I have control of the wire. And I'm going to keep going. Gently bending it. Keep bending. Bending. Okay, so let's keep going. We're doing this nice and slow. Wrapping it right along the edge. We'll go one more. So it's right about an inch away from the wire wrap. Now we're going to come in with our round nose pliers. Go right about there, and we're doing this on the back side. And we are making our bend so that the ornament will hang towards the front. And there you have it, how to make my holiday magic icicle ornaments. Be sure to scroll down and take a peek at my other DIY videos. I try to post a new video each week. I love corresponding with beaders worldwide. If you have a comment or a question, leave me a note in the comment section. I always answer everyone. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Denise Yezbak Moore for daily beading inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.